Welcome to another episode of Asana Learning the Basics. My name is Jerry Colbert, and in this week's episode, we're going to be learning all about how to set up projects. Coming up next. So here we are within Asana, and in this episode, I'm going to be showing you all how to set up projects in Asana. So basically, you see I have Asana opened up here, and it's on my tasks list here. And if you're wanting to set up a project, it's fairly simple. All you have to do is go here to the left hand side here, and over here you see a project. Now you want to create a project. So basically when you click on create, you're going to come up with a new project window here. And you can have a choice. You can either do a blank project, which is basically just blank, or you can pick with a template. In Asana, they have several different types of templates that you can utilize. But, as with anything, this is a free version of Asana, so you only get 2 free templates. If you want to upgrade to premium, of course, you get other types of templates with your premium edition. But in this instance, we're just going to create a blank project. Now, when you create a blank project, you can name the blank project and also put in a description. So let's say, for instance, we want to put in YouTube channel, because we're going to start a YouTube channel, and that's the project name. Description: starting channel for my new series on YouTube, or whatever it is you want to write in here. You have a couple choices down in this area. You can do lists or boards. If you're creating content for YouTube or such, I suggest using boards. It gives you a visual layout. But you can play around with either or, list or boards, however your mind works. I like a more visual representation, so I always use boards. Here in privacy area, you have public, private, or private just to me. So you have public for me, private to project members, but that requires you to upgrade to create private projects. And then you also have private to me. Once you are done entering in just the basic information, then all you have to do is hit create project. When you do so, it opens up your project here in the center here. Okay. Now, under your project, you're going to have boards, conversations, calendar, progress of your project, and files that you have attached to any of your cards within your project. Now, of course, you want to start off with boards here, and this is where you will enter most of your projects. If you see here, it says organize work into stages or categories like sticky notes on a board, basically. So what you want to do is click on add columns. Now, since I am creating my YouTube channel here, and I'm wanting to kind of visualize what I'm doing, I might type in for my first column ideas for channel. Maybe the next column I want to put in production, and maybe for my next channel I want to enter in post-production. And then maybe I want to put in scheduled. And then for my last column, published. Now, once you enter in your columns here, then you can enter in your individual projects within the area that you need to do. And so what you do here is you just click on this plus icon here, and there you can name your whatever it is project that you're working on for YouTube. Maybe it's maybe you're doing a YouTube video on mice. or whatever. After you create your topic of your video, you can click on this and go in here to this area here, and you can put in a description for your YouTube video that you might want to copy and paste into your video when you upload your video. So maybe you want to say, this video is about mice and their interaction with cats. And once you're done with that, you can also put comments down here on your project later on. Maybe you got an idea about the project, so you want to write a comment also and add it to here so you remind yourself. Like, for instance, you want to say, make sure mice have everything they need to ride on back of cats. And then you add a comment. So you can leave yourself comments, or if you're working with other people, other people can leave comments on this video on what they think needs to happen if you're collaborating with other people, which is basically what Asana is used for, is for collaboration. And then, of course, up here, you can assign it to whoever you want to assign this project to. As you all know, I utilize this just by myself, so it's just me, so I can assign it to myself if I so desire. I can also put a due date. Maybe I want this project to start on the 21st, so I go ahead and click that. I can either like this project, I can add a tag to this project. And when you do that, when you type here for a tag, you can click on new tag. I'm not going to do so because I don't want a tag called YouTube. But if I wanted to attach this to one of my other tags, I could just click on my tag that I've already created, and voila, there it is. Once you create or attach a tag and you have colored the tag, it will show up here in your area here on your card as that's the tag that it's associated with, which can kind of be a nice visual representation, so you know if you have several different tags, you know what their colors are, and you have a whole long list of cards here, you can kind of visually see how many cards you have within that color group for that tag. Also over here you have subtasks. So let's say, for instance, I want to create a subtask here, and I want to create myself a little checklist of things that I want to do on this video. Like, for instance, search for keywords, finalize description, post to YouTube as scheduled, share video on Facebook and other social media. So you can create yourself a little checklist within this project or card here. Also up here you can attach files to your computer. Like, for instance, if you've seen some of my other videos, you will have seen that I have attached the thumbnails that I use for my YouTube videos to the project. So in case I'm ever somewhere else and I've recorded a video, I have all the supporting documents or supporting files for the video to be able to utilize. And then also here in the three dots, you have a delete tasks button, delete selected subtasks. So maybe I've selected this task or that task to delete. You can also copy a task. So this card here is actually considered what is called a task, but I'm calling it a mini project within a project for the sake of talking about videos for your YouTube channel. You can also mark this as dependent on. This is a premium upgrade edition, so if I was a premium member and I selected mark as dependent on, that means that this card or this task is dependent on something else getting done before I can complete it. You also have copy task URL, merge duplicate task, convert to a project. So this, remember, this is really considered a task, but I can convert this task to a project over here if I so desire. And then I can print it and go to full screen if I so desire. So these are the things that you can do with creating tasks or creating these cards within boards for a project. Also, if you notice here, I can always check off this mark right here. That will enable me to say, hey, this video is complete. Once I'm done creating what I need to do in here, then once I'm done with actually that area for ideas for my channel, and I want to move it into production, it's just that simple. I just slide it over here and say, okay, now this is in production. I know now that I have settled on this is one of the videos that I'm going to start producing. So I start producing it in this area here, and I start videoing it. And once I'm done and videoing the project, then and I'm ready to actually do some post-production on it, I just move the card over there. So it's pretty simple. You just move it from one area to the other once you're done with that section. And once I'm done with post-production and I have scheduled it and uploaded it to YouTube, I just move it over here. And then once I'm done with scheduling, I move it into the final area, which says that I have published it and it is live now on YouTube, and I'm done with it. So that is basically what I do with my YouTube channel when I'm creating different things for it. Now, you can also utilize conversations if you want, if you're, like I say, collaborating with other people. My task you can utilize if you want to see the tasks that you have upcoming, as well as inbox and dashboard, which we'll go into in later episodes. But in this episode, I just want to kind of go over how to create a simple project within Asana. And so if you like this video, please click on the like button below. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please click on the subscribe button. And so without further ado, I want to wish you all an awesome day, and let's become more productive. Thank you.